We are finally here. Something.
We are
Hello.
finally here.
Yes, good day everyone. This will be the last session in a while until March, because I'm going to go to South America to vend at a convention. So, ooh boy.
We get to squeeze in one cheeky session!
We do. That'll suck. No, it's gonna be great. Today is a relax session.
Yeah.
Relax. Quotation marks.
We're not allowed to relax.
Just pay no attention to all the typing.
No, I saw an image. Alright. Last session you had quite the experience, if we can say that. But the good thing is that y'all survived. The hardships, the fighting. Y'all did pretty good. And now, as many of you noticed, the 6 pieces are complete and the logo is finally illuminated completely.
Yay!
Same is also on the website.
Hope it's a good thing.
Destiny is coming.
Don't say that so ominously.
Jesus, man.
So, does Stella have a journal for today?
Oh, excuse me. Yes.
That was the rare triple news.
That was
triple
the big
yawn.
yawn.
News.
It's hard to overstate how lucky it felt that we got what we did. Though I truly didn't feel like I was. I knew they'd be happy with this. That what they wanted and what they said would happen is most likely still going to happen. Things changed a little bit. But still, the very first person we rescued would... it's hard to write this. I'm sure you'll forgive me, Journal. But I think I may need a break from writing soon. For now, just focus on what we had in this moment, right? Right now. They're still alive.
I don't know why I'm reminded immediately to the GLaDOS song, We're Still Alive. I'm removing all of your bubble shields. Your bubble privilege has been revoked.
Don't pop our bubbles.
How could you? Not my bubble privileges!
And also the bonus damage privileges.
That's fine.
Oh
Can you
man.
remove our injury privileges?
No. They'll stay forever. Until you heal them.
Scott, am I still fun size or do I finally shrink back down?
Oh right, you're out of combat, so I guess you would go that back down. And all your stats would go back down too.
That would also probably mean Miles loses his sigils as well.
That is correct.
I'll reset my combat stages.
And everyone's no longer flying. Well, you're no longer in the air, so I'll remove those clouds from you.
Girl, I landed on the ground the moment I started hugging Chris.
I'm so glad it's over.
Ugh, that was exhausting, even for my standards.
We made it through, though.
Oops, wrong music.
Everyone made it through.
Yeah, We did, didn't we?
Yes. Give me a moment. I'm just going to message Pandora and let her know we're safe.
Alright, you do
Uh,
that.
Let me set the stage. After the entire encounter with Chris and his Pokemon, not wanting to stay outside and having any risk of falling over, and also because Chris really doesn't like heights, y'all went inside back into the ship, and Chris and all of his Pokemon went into the main seating area of the SS Prism. When you come back down, you find Mewpie is calm as ever, sort of like arranging the consoles and fixing everything up. You see Lorene that seems to be patting the back of a very nervous and very exasperated Taylor, who has been like driving the ship and making sure that everything's operational. And Taylor is probably gasping for air. Oh my god, we did it, we didn't die. As you find yourself all here, you're free to go and talk with anyone in the cockpit or into the main hall.
I mean, Leonardo's also on the ship, isn't he?
Oops, that's right. I knew I was forgetting someone. Thank you very mucho.
Catherine, are you feeling alright?
You just see Cat give the shaky little, like, tries to do the thumbs up. Just,
No,
like,
seriously, I want to make sure you're okay. I know you just went through another moment.
oh yeah, that's right, Scott. I just remembered.
Yes.
I did say, it's like, hey, we're due for a certain something.
Oh yes. Indeed.
I'm firing at them.
What is it? Is that what?
So, like before, Cat's body glitches out, but this time it's not her full body, it's just like her arm, for lack of a better term.
Oh, why did I have to say something?
Sorry, I forgot
I'm
to
okay. Oh,
Sorry to briefly interrupt. I forgot to mention one brief thing that I forgot about Verizia. Verizia, being too big for the ship, is just flying alongside the ship. If you do wish to communicate with Verizia, you can just like poke out of the window, I suppose. Actually, I'm gonna put Verizia
Verizia's
outside.
just gliding to the side.
Yes.
She's the best.
Oh, God, that stings! Ah.
Pardon me, Celeste.
Yeah, Sam?
Oh, no, like, pardon me. Gestures to the door that she is blocking.
Sorry.
Your
Still
bird
getting
is
used to
too
this.
big.
I'm just fluffy, okay?
I don't know, it could have fooled me.
Oh, hush you.
I think I just need a good long nap and I'll be alright. That wasn't as bad as earlier.
You got that
No.
under control?
I think. Although I don't. It's at this point that Kat actually finally gets to take a look at what's changed on her. Aside from the wings, you've noticed like green fin-looking things sticking out of her back, and also the little Eternatus bits on her tail have also changed so that the edges of them are also the same, with like a little red stripe outlining each of them. Ah, those are new.
Those are different, but what
Well, I'd recognize Rayquaza's fins anywhere, although the wings are new.
And they couldn't have come at a better time.
Am I gonna have to give you flying lessons now?
You're telling me. I don't want to know what would have happened if these didn't kick in when they did.
True.
I'm glad you're safe.
Crystal hits like a truck.
Not as hard as the ground would have hit.
Not as hard as the ground would have hit. You're right.
I'm glad you're still safe. Call
Yeah,
if
maybe.
call if anything feels weird.
Yeah, I think I'll just sit tight for a sec and just catch my breath.
Yeah, take a seat.
Yeah, cat's just gonna flop.
I would, Mupai will say in your eye, I would highly recommend one of the seats in the lobby instead of the cold, hard floor.
I would also
I
agree.
would have to concur with that.
I agree.
It's
Well-
just get comfortable.
Well, here, Miles would say, before bending down and offering his arms to Cat.
Oh. Thanks, Miles.
Not a problem, Miles would say, gathering the deer into his arms and heaping Catherine over his shoulder. Not quite like a sack of potatoes, but sort of like how you would hold a cat.
Oh, okay. This is
So you're holding cat like a cat, out of character.
Hey.
unironically, she does have the physiology to just like you know how cats look as if they're just like stretched putty sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I can imagine in my head now.
And Miles just like very gingerly gathers all of Cat into his arms and starts not quite gingerly, but gently bringing her into the seating area.
Just for description's sake, you have Lugia wings, right? Catherine?
Yeah, Lugia
Yeah.
wings.
So this means that you're officially now a part of Team Hands In and Team No Hands.
No. She doesn't have claws. She's not a team of no hands. She can't.
We talked about this
He's a
before you got here,
traitor.
Scott. How Stella's the only one on Team No Hands now.
I know. I know.
Miles
Oh,
scans between the two assembled groups here before sending them over with Cryozard and Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, before we all set up on who we're talking to for now, I want everyone to basically approach who you wish to converse with. So, I'm presuming, Miles, you want to converse with Cryozard and Crystal, right?
No, Miles is just settling Catherine right there.
Ow.
And then Miles was going to try and speak with Vericia. But another person you would want to try and speak with is Sam.
Ah.
I thought we would go around as a group so that we could all be involved in the conversations.
That's fine.
That works too.
It's all up to you what you want to do altogether.
I mean, in character, Cat's more or less just along for the ride.
Mhm.
She EB and EB's just sleepy.
It's probably best if we have our own little conversations with each of the groups in that case.
Mhm.
You
I
can-
do want to have Cat talk with Cedric and Redwood at some point.
That makes sense.
You can all tag along with whoever you want.
Well, gee,
I want to know about Leonardo da Vinci.
Well, gee.
Da Vinci?
The Vinky. No,
Well, gee,
well, there's the Vinky, yes.
I think this is a no-brainer, Scott, who Celeste is going to talk to.
I'm assuming Stella wants to converse with Lorene, yes?
The girlfriends.
Probably. But first thing that Stella was going to ask,
Yeah?
is there a medkit anywhere? I imagine so, right?
Newpie will kind of like look and shrug, while Taylor and Lorene will look back, and Lorene will say, "Oh, well, dear, we kind of used all of it on the professor there. No current healing around the ship, I'm afraid."
No, that's okay. I'll just have to use telekinesis for it to get it out. Thank you.
You're welcome, dearie.
She is going to make very certain she stays floating, because she took that injury from a bullet, which means she still
Yeah.
has to get that out.
Miles is walking around with his own bullets in him.
Sure is.
RTG, Rise of the Guildmasters is more like it, you guys.
Rise of the Bullet Master.
Like, we cannot catch a break with bullets. I'm saying this from the girl who's got fucking shot dead.
Yeah.
And got shot in session 11.
One day we won't get shot.
Yeah, it's when the campaign's fucking over.
Scott, which one's the woman's room? Left or right?
Oh, I didn't put any signs. It's the one on the left.
Yeah.
Cause
Is that the one where Taylor ran off to?
Yeah, Taylor ran off to the woman's bathroom.
Cool, thank you.
Oh, I didn't even know those were bathrooms.
Same.
I thought that was like a computer.
I did too.
Don't worry, it's fine. There are no toilet images on Dungeon Draft.
You know what? That one makes sense.
Because you're an adventurer, you don't got time for this shit. Literally.
Okay. Oh my goodness, okay. Sorry, I was coughing a little bit. Whomst do I begin with? I guess, Catherine.
Can I do a real quick thing since
Oh, sure.
it'll just be background noise mostly? Can I
Sure.
roll a medicine check to try and remove the bullet and the injury?
Ah, you wanna self-remove the belittle, I see.
Yep, that's why she's in the bathroom.
Go right ahead. It's gonna be
Hey, it's
a check,
Stella
though.
Wick.
What'd you say, Scott?
You feel free to roll medicine, but the check will be big. It's, let me think. To remove a bullet, I say 10 is nothing, but story-wise, you would remove the bullet with a bit of pain. Anything below a 10 would be like some damage, but you remove the bullet in a 15
This
above.
won't be too hard, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can always
you
ask
are
for
also you are also in the
Ah.
bathroom next with like a mirror and like supplies to clean up the wound.
May I offer an idea?
Sure.
You, yeah, with telekinesis, right?
Yep. She is basically
That was the idea, yeah.
having to take care of it herself, and the main reason I wanted to do this first is because you're undoubtedly gonna hear a muffled like curse in the background through the doors. Cause no matter what, that's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, haystacks, or something like that.
No, she's British. She knows how to curse.
Insert Australian word for friendship here.
True. I just can't say it.
Well, why don't we just call Racine up and they can coach us on this? They know how to do that stuff, right?
Right.
I shrug.
Injuries removed, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. That's all that you need for the flavor of what you're doing in characters. Is eventually you're gonna hear the very friendly Australian word for friend at some point muffled through the doors, and that's it.
Ah. My favorite word is font. I love different fonts. Arial, Helvetica, Anime Ace, all the good ones.
Comic Sans.
No,
Papyrus.
Comic Sans is a okay. No, I'm just kidding. Comic Sans is fine. Okay. You are
I saw
in-
the low-hanging fruit.
Now you're relaxing in the SS Prism. Enjoy a variety of delectable drinks and good snacks provided by SS Prism by yours truly, Team Galactic.
Do they even have any snacks left on the ship?
Redwood will grunt and just holds out to you a packet of peanuts. There's always
Cat will
snacks
just-
on board.
Ooh, Cat just yoinks a couple of them.
Oh dear, you're not allergic, are you?
You know, if I had come here while I was human, I'd say no, but now I don't know.
I think you're fine. Oh my... Sometimes I wish I didn't feel my legs to not feel the pain I feel right now.
Amen to that.
She just like goes like tries to relax. Cedric, very preoccupied by his mother, is basically attempting to just gently rub on her shoulder and just look at it like, "Oh, mother, just please, everything's going to be fine. Look at the cute. Yes, look at Scepter. Very cute,
Just
honey."
Just to emphasize this, Cat's just going to gently pat Zaptor on the head. Nice to see you too, buddy.
You doing all right, little fella? I know that was a scary moment out there.
Stay like very close to your snoot, and then
Yes.
Ah!
Oh no! Dad! You got a little something on you.
True.
I'm glad you're well.
Redwood just grabs the Zaptor by the nape, and just like tugs him closer to her.
I'm just glad you guys are all right.
Does
That
that-
was
Oh, sorry.
that was messy.
It was indeed quite messy. If you hadn't arrived earlier, Goodness, what would even happen to the ship?
Out of character, they were either trying to blow up the ship or to get us sent to the Shadow Isles, weren't they?
Out of character, yeah. It was going to be one or the other.
I am very thankful they didn't. Pokeballs are sturdy, but I don't think they can survive however many foot drop this is.
Many feet for sure. Oops, I didn't whisper correctly.
Whisper, whisper,
Yeah.
mutter, mutter.
Anyways, Kay, was it? Your eyes, quite the marvel of technology.
Well, yeah, it comes from Team Galactic.
Is what I would say if I didn't make it myself.
Well, you what?
You made Luca?
Well, a part of Luca. Much of the code is thanks to me, really. An AI assistant that can help others that are in need. That was my goal of it, at least. Also, in the future, if you really want to get this little gremlin like under control, she pulls up the scepter with one arm, is like flopped. You see him like kind of like dazed, like Just grab him by the back of the neck. He won't do anything to you. That's okay. They like it.
Okay,
Wow.
but out of character, all I can imagine is Redwood handling Zaptor like you hold a goose.
Yes.
Grandma's instinct, I guess.
She puts the Zaptor on her lap and just like with the other hand just gently gliding over his head, patting him gently. In a few moments he'll fall asleep. I'd be more excited about this with not everything happening all around us.
Actually, that does remind me. Why'd Franco and I guess whomever is piloting the this whole plot at this point, I've lost track of what identity it is anymore. What? They want to destroy the ship?
Beats me. I always saw the Mafia as people that can do nothing but destroy the lives of others for their own miserable gain. Something, if more people were dead, maybe we would have more money, which is a totally botched mentality.
It wasn't
Come on.
just Donnie. I think Huron was trying to get rid of it.
That old house, with the failed everything that it is.
That was the understatement of the century.
I'm getting the feeling most of their failures are due to one person.
Usually it's one person and their ideology is all that it takes to bring everything down. Honestly, group mentality is such a disaster.
I'm glad you guys are all okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm fine, darling. Sorry, why did I say darling? That does not. Sorry, rewind. I am fine, dear. What I am more concerned about is that now, all the Pokemon and people that are here are fine. You saved everyone, thank you.
Why was the ship capturing them in the first place? Can you answer that?
Well, that's a very easy answer, actually. Think back when all of this began. How many Pokemon and people were in danger?
Pretty much everyone.
At this, Cat is just going to have to flashback to the whole thing about that Wailord.
Yes. And also, while I do agree that we're in a safer moment right now, I would highly discourage opening a singular Pokeball from here.
What? Why?
If it's a Wailord and if it opens inside the ship, it's going to tear the ship and bring us all down.
Oh, well.
Are you willing to take those odds? I'm not. For as
Let's
astronomically
wait.
slim as they may be, it's better not to take the odd.
Let's wait till we're on the ground to let everyone out.
I agree with
Just
that
in case.
notion, but there are some people that legitimately needed help. Imagine being transformed into a Magikarp without a source of water. I saved those people for sure.
So are you saying everyone that was captured by this needed to be captured?
Yes, well, and others were, of course, bandits that needed to be captured to not harm others.
We also got reports of people getting shot as they flew through the sky. Do you know anything about that?
I'm afraid I arrived a bit later before those, but it was probably Mafia, bandits, police, hard to say. In your mind, you would think if Huron is probably like controlling everything, right? The big boss Huron would probably want to just shoot everyone down to not allow anyone to, do anything.
Folks have been very afraid of flying recently as a result of that, but seeing Verizia out there, maybe it stopped.
Maybe it's inside of a legendary Pokemon. Oh, Servanox, 4 of them at the same time. I saw the whole fight. You look at the screen of the TV where there's cameras outside looking the whole thing, but it's all over now by this point.
Oh wow. You guys would have seen the whole thing.
I need to fix that roof in the cockpit. It's not safe whatsoever.
You then also saw what happened to Ian and your son, right? Are you two alright?
We're fine now. Did anyone
That-
else of you got captured out there?
Luckily, no. Anyone who did get captured, well, Cat'll just like peek over at Ian. There are people who needed to be captured for their own
There is-
safety more than anything.
Then you will need, well, since I was filled in that you're the leader of Team Plasma now, congratulations by the way, that's a hard feat. Here is one of these for you.
Oh, what is this?
She hands you one of those Pokeball crackers.
Oh, good.
Last
I think
one,
we have one at the base, but yeah, I
Just-
definitely need to have one on hand.
use this, and whoever had captured the Pokemon, well, the Pokeball will unregister the Pokemon inside of it too, basically making it into a wild Pokemon again.
Good to know.
I could use that on my dad. He got captured by someone in the park the other day.
Oh, 1 sec, I need to resolve a few whispers.
Hold on.
Yeah. Giga, what do you mean?
Hang on, I'll whisper you.
Is that a key item or a normal item?
I'd say that's a key item, right, Scoot?
Yeah, it's more of an advanced item. Because a key item would like progresses the quest. This does not progress the quest.
Well, I'm basically asking, do I need like a spot in my bag for this?
Oh. So I'm gonna move Sam briefly. Oh, what is this?
Don't worry about it.
Yoink.
Yeah, that icon is not.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
I've been fiddling with it in the background, so I was
Stop
like,
touching
what is this?
I was wondering what that was, and I was worried. I was like, is there a secret thing in the background?
Also,
it's
also, Helly, what did you mean with that?
Oh, I couldn't control it anymore. I was the one in the background fiddling with it.
Oh, you were doing that!
Yeah, I was waiting for Scott to tell me because I whispered. It was like, "What is it? Who did I only grab? Who do I control?"
I can grab it too.
Do leave it alone. It did become distracting.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Let me rewind back what we were talking about.
Is the item I was just given something I need to have a bag slot open for?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, okay, well then I guess discard the batteries he's been holding.
Oh, I
The
can use that.
battery.
Oh, you want
Important
the-
question. Do we still like? Are we getting another bag up soon?
Oh, I hope so. Yes. I mean, it makes sense.
Are we at 5 right now still?
3.
3? Oh, not even
Some
there.
of us
Yeah.
I think one of us got a bigger bag, but the rest of us have just still been using small bags because we just haven't had the money for it. Because we keep spending all of our money on other stuff.
What is Poke?
What is Poke?
We just had like a boss rush and we didn't get a single Poke.
No, okay, you're mentioning that, but there's someone who needs to talk to you about that still.
Okay.
Okay, pass me those batteries. I could probably do something with those later.
Sure.
Going.
Now this tool will definitely be helpful, but I need to talk with whoever's in charge of Team Galactic. That badge that Donnie had, that's unacceptable. That should not exist.
She points at your badge that you're using right now.
I think he means the
mind control effects.
what was supposed to be Chris's gym badges.
She continues to point at your badge. All of the badges have that technology, dear.
I'm sorry, what?
Indeed.
Kate takes off the badge.
You don't have
What
to...
do you mean?
I don't know if Chris was aware of it, but we were experimenting with... This is a discarded experiment, mind you. With being able to have Pokemon be more docile to their trainers, especially for new Pokemon trainers. We've had moments where Pokemon used to attack other trainers before, even if they didn't do anything wrong with them. But this is mostly because the Pokemon that was captured, and we have no idea what their past is, had a rather difficult time when they got captured. Therefore, they would just attack the first trainer they would see. So we're trying to use that to prevent that from happening and harming people. But it turns out that it also basically almost completely controlled Pokemon entirely to make them obey every single order that it, no matter how strong the Pokemon was, so we just discarded the whole thing.
Would I be wrong in assuming, Professor, that this was based off of the Ranger Styler's tech?
Partly, yes, but that's also why we didn't want to have it accessible to everyone. It should be used for other means, such as safety, but not to just directly protect the trainer, I guess. If a trainer is mistreating their Pokemon, they should get harmed by it, honestly.
This is terrible. This is awful.
I'm not sure Chris is even aware that that was happening at all.
This kind of stuff, mind control, whenever it gets involved, all forms of trust goes out the window. Like, all the people that have been listening to us up until now, was that really them? Are they doing that willingly? Ramiel, he's acting all more docile. Is that because of these badges?
She holds out a hand. Gimme.
I took a look at it earlier, and it looks like it's mainly a small signal designed to synchronize with the trainer itself.
Yeah, she's gonna fidget with it. Well, I mean, if you want to hand over the badge to Redwood, K.
Sure, he will.
Yeah. Well, you need to check if it's turned on. 1 second. See.
There's a switch on it.
Oh, clearly there is. Let's see. After the beep, she'll open part of the dome of the egg section, like slide it and open it. Check it out. It's turned off.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the chip to mind control the Pokemon. I assume you don't want this, right?
I absolutely do not want it.
Okay.
I don't want them to even exist.
All right. That works for me.
That's what that is.
She crushed in their hands. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of had to. Cat's going to bring out her own badge, which is now.
You want to?
Probably looks a little mutilated.
Yeah. Oh dear. She looks at it. That is busted for sure now.
Yeah, I was kind of in a hurry, and this was the best I could think of on short notice.
If you want to take a look inside of it, press the dome 3 times, slide it upwards, and then open it to the side.
Click, click, click. Ah, that's how you do it. Yeah, I kind of had to force it open because I didn't know that was there.
I'm going to go around to the others and do that if they don't resist.
Oh, yes. Do it to every badge you see. This is not approved galactic technology, and we will sue. At least we would if we weren't all Pokemon now.
I wouldn't be surprised if you know who is the reason this stuff is even in these badges.
Possibly the Mafia, once again.
They probably slipped it in while it was being mass-produced.
Well, riddle me this. Say that the Mafia organized, and this is just pure speculation, a gym battle of sorts against a very renowned trainer known as, well, maybe some Celeste Pines that I've read about on the news. Imagine the commotion that would happen if, suddenly, in Chris's badge, it was known that there was a mind control device for all the Pokemon. It would be a riot.
Yeah, there is a lot of ways that could go.
Mm-hmm. It would completely destroy the reputation that Chris has garnered over the years, and it would allow, possibly, the tower to expand into more facilities. Because the gym was built next to the tower, of course.
Well, I'm glad everything's alright, especially for Chris. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what exactly happened.
Sorry if I got a bit agitated there. It's a very important subject to us psychics.
Don't be sorry for being agitated. Be proud that you're concerned.
Okay, you've got the biggest heart I know.
Well, I know I wouldn't take advantage of it, but you know people.
Well, being agitated means that you well, for others is especially endearing because it means you have a great deal of empathy for others. That's purely scientific, mind you, but it also makes sense.
Absolutely.
I just want to say that Kat has totally been just nodding her head in the background, being like,
Now, I know, for example, that in my own agitation, me capturing random Pokemon, or as Pokemon as I could see, and my ship, was not the best solution, but it was the solution that I found that was fastest and maybe saved the most lives. Hopefully, down the line, I can explain to everyone that things worked out, hopefully, as we release the Pokeballs one by one and figure out if they were people or not.
Did
You know
you
what I
not
mean?
keep a list of who you've captured?
Oh yes, let me take a list of the person that's probably 100 meters above ground, while they were almost dying for the lack of water. There was no
mean,
time, dear.
Fair
we could
enough.
probably. If the ship has the equipment, I think it does. We could probably just scan the Pokeball to see who, or at least what's inside.
You would be able to see what's inside with the proper technology machines, of course. But another deal becomes, how do I identify people if they don't have their belongings with them?
By letting them out.
Alright, let's say you let me out. Okay, right?
Mhm.
Don't worry, this is purely speculative, but... Hi, my name is... Kay. I am the leader of Team Plasma. That's what my original human name was.
I see what you're getting at. But if we're looking for specific people, we would already know what to ask. For instance, there are 3 specific names I'm looking for.
Alright. What about the other thousands of names of the city? Of people that work simple jobs, janitors, you know, people who are going to school, children. Do you have those records ready and available?
Unless they've gotten an ID from Plasma, then no, you won't be able to guarantee their identity.
Exactly. I just hope that, well, once all this is over, we have a long work ahead of us. Because if I'm honest, scientifically speaking, I don't see how any of this gets reversed ever. Do you have any plans?
We're still working that out.
Yes, Mother. It's going to be quite difficult to reverse everyone turning into Pokemon, but... Dear, it's almost like you're trying to reverse a nuclear explosion. It cannot be reversed. The radiation is already set. Unless that, for some miracle, Servonox help us all, we can all turn back to human, then there's no solution. Or at least
To
none that I
be
can
fair-
foresee.
To be fair, something on people getting turned into Pokemon, especially on this scale, we thought that was impossible. So I'm pretty sure any preconceived notions we have of what is and isn't possible can probably just be thrown out the window for this.
Mm-hmm. While I'd love to... Oh, dear. Speak more of speculations, I do need a rest at the moment. Ah, my head.
Before you take a rest, I have one small, tiny question, if that's alright with you, Professor.
Shoot me.
Could I have your autograph? I'm a big fan.
She, like, jolts back away. She's like, excuse me?
I used to follow your work back home before all of this went down. I'm a big fan of your theory of Pokemon growth, and I've read your papers on your natural selection's influence on Pokemon biology paper.
You have, haven't you?
Yes.
That is
Hi.
so endearing, dear. My goodness. Alright. I think I can, but more than an autograph, what about discussions about maybe how Pokemon are? Of life itself? Wouldn't that be grand?
Oh my Arceus, that would be amazing.
It's settled. She looks excited, but then... kind of like turns over to the Zaptor and just embraces it in her arms after my nap.
I've been acknowledged by Professor Redwood.
She lifts her entire arm up, pointing at the sky. Knowledge can wait. The brain must be nurtured with sleep.
Cat totally has stars in her eyes and a big old cheesy grin. It's like, Senpai has noticed me.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, haven't you seen you like that in a while?
Hey.
Are you a fan of my mom?
Who isn't? Lots of her early work can be attributed to.
I mean, she's.
Well,
I don't know. She's just my mom.
Dude, her study on Pokemon cellular repair, that made big waves in the trainer communities.
I understand, but it doesn't even come close to her soups. Then tell me about how great my mother is.
Okay, I'm gonna be with you on that. Nothing beats your parents' cooking.
I jest, of course. I know how great my mother is, and I was inspired by her to become the great researcher that I am today for Pokemon. I mean, look how far I've come. He points at the sleeping Zaptor.
That's precious.
I think my mother secretly wanted to have her own fossil Pokemon, and she's living the dream right now, so let her have the dream.
You know what? After everything that's happened today, I think a lot of us have earned a good long rest.
Same as I.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are all right. Also, Ian, I saw what you did with that orb earlier. That was smart.
Thank you. It was just something that came to the spur of the moment, really.
I'll have to keep that in mind in case we ever encounter something like that again. Honestly.
I do have my fair assortment of items with me. But speaking of, you look worse for wear.
Oh, this is fine.
Here you go.
You saw what we had to deal with up there.
He goes through his pouch of things, pulls up a cookie.
I won't say no to a cookie though.
No, I'm eating it already.
Aww.
Water bottle, empty. A few cards, and he hands you over a potion. Not much, but it should do the job.
Oh, sick.
20 HP if you use it.
Yeah, Cat's just going to just spritz. Oh, God. And Crystal hits like a truck, and its entire extended family.
I will tell you one thing though, Catherine, Ian will say. Ian's head turns towards you like as if a horror movie. There is only one number fan of Professor Redwood, and it's me.
Yes, Cat is just like beep. To be fair, I think Cedric has us both beat.
Well, I mean, he doesn't count. It's her kid. But I'm the fan.
Oh, so have you also? Cat's just gonna lower her voice before she gets too excited. Have you seen some of the blueprints of her early robots? Oh my god.
Her early robots in terms of being able to help other Pokemon that have hearing or like visual impaired needs is specifically impressive. I don't know if they're gonna mass produce that, but it's a huge advancement for society. Not just for society, for Pokemon too.
I sure hope they do.
Oh my god, that article about specialized prosthetic limbs based on the species?
That is gonna make
yeah.
waves, especially now that everyone's a Pokemon, everyone can really talk about their needs. Think about it. Oh, have you heard about her entire research about genealogy and how genes can help find the cure for some of the Pokemon diseases, specifically from other Pokemon too. And a disease from a Eevee can be perfectly genes from within the Eevee in the disease there can be found from as a cure from a Pikachu or etc. You know.
Oh, did you read that study too? That's one of my favorites.
It's a theory right now, but it's he mumbles on and on and on and on and on. You both mumble on and on about this. Professor Redwood grabs one hand, the other, and just plugs her ears and tries to sleep while hugging the Zapdos still. She's like, "Oh, dear servant, nurse, let me sleep a moment." I'll get you earplugs, mother. I'm very sorry. Not again.
Yeah, needless to say, it looks like Cat's gonna be at this for a while.
Cedric gets earplugs for his mom. Last time Ian met another superfan like that, they wouldn't stop talking for years. Literal years. And it really didn't stop ever. It would be article this, article that, Pokemon research this, Pokemon research that. Can I get an autograph again from Professor Redwood again?
Blah blah blah, type change, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, regional variants, blah 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 blah, articles, blah blah blah,
blah
Pokemon,
blah. Ease of access
blah.
for Pokemon, blah. You see what I have to deal with? It is my best friend and all, but look at this. Oh my goodness. Has Ian been my friend only because of my mom? Surely not, right? Right, Kay?
I don't think so.
I'm crying in the background, don't mind me.
Yeah, Ian will talk to you about all the research that he has read, specifically with Professor Redwood, and how many years he's had followed the research to be able to make sure that he can help as many people as possible with the inventions and the progress that Professor Redwood has made for the entire galactic industry career that she's had.
Yeah, more than anything, not only is Kat happy to talk to someone who knows about Professor Redwood's work, she is super happy to be able to talk to someone and they can keep up.
Kay walks past, places a hand on Cedric's shoulder and whispers, "I'm glad you're unharmed through all that. And also, I can see why you may have had some trouble as her son. Talk to you later, alright?"
Trouble as the son? Wait, what do you mean?
Didn't Cedric, like, in a previous session, like a long time ago, mention,
Yeah.
like...
Oh, you're right. What do you mean? We're getting along perfectly. I don't know. We talked quite a bit before the Mafia attacked us. It's just that... I don't know, I guess... My mother thought that I would not pursue some of the same... careers that she's had. Maybe she thought she was forcing it on me this whole time, but it couldn't be further from the truth. I love research. I love Pokemon. How could I abandon all of that for just some law school? I would never. I mean, I'm pretty good at court, but I decided to shift gears and honestly, I'd rather research than defend people. I mean, that sounds horrible, but you know what I mean.
Well, like I've said before, me and my family appreciate the decisions you've made.
Thank you, Kay. Now, Could you give me some earplugs?
Sure. Hey, over here.
Yeah, they're right there in the little basket.
Here you go.
Oh, sweet, sweet Servanox, my goodness. I should have brought my own earplugs. I just didn't know that there would be another fan of Redwood aboard.
I think it's sleepy time for the Redwood family.
He's already asleep. And when you look back...
All three of them.
Yeah. Cedric is like sitting upwards and then he kind of like, his head goes all the way down and he kind of like rolls over and just falls over on his like back. Sleeping on top of the chair that way.
Cute. In that case, Kay will then I guess exit the conversation.
Alright, moving on. Because that was a bit. If you want to talk to Terry, we can come back to you in a moment, okay?
Oh, yeah, as I was expecting.
Hi, Sam. So, I assume... Well, how does a barrel sit on a chair?
Barrel levitates up and sits between the armrests.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted for a second.
Oh, sorry.
I assume these are like theater chairs, right?
Yeah, you can lay back a bit and...
Roughly the same way. Imagine a barrel of popcorn.
Insane.
Yeah. Hey, Leo.
Oh, right. Hi.
You, holding up okay after everything? This is not an awkward conversation.
This lighter won't turn on. He's trying to turn on his lighter. Thing is out. You wouldn't happen to be a fire Pokemon, right? Water arms? No? Okay.
I don't know if you should be doing that on an airship.
Probably not the best idea to have open fire here.
Stares at all the Pokemon. There's the stares at Celeste, but at the same time the fire is off, so I suppose you're right. I'm so nervous. Is there like a... No. Never mind. Okay. Okay. No smoking until we land. Then I'll smoke 3 at the same time. Or something.
Sure. I mean... you do you, man. Anyway.
He reclines back. Is like, it's good that I can finally sit back and chill for a moment.
I think we've all earned a breather given what just happened.
So, if I might, you mind giving us a rundown on everything that happened between the last time we saw you and, well...
I think that's fair enough, considering everything that I went through. Listen.
What exactly happened to you?
I was trying to get back to my, my group, my gang. And then I found some of my old buddies from back in the... back when I was like... when I started out, before I got my tattoo and everything, but... They apparently remembered me perfectly by name, and they said they would be by my side, and I was happy that some people remembered me for once and wanted to be with. See, I had heard that people needed to be restrained because they were hurting themselves too, and I thought I would help with that, but I guess I took it a bit far again. And then I found the damn... What was his name? Johnny Bravo? Donnie Franco? What was it?
Yeah, Sam like rubs the back of his head momentarily.
That guy, now, he said that he wanted to be my friend, that he had a good deal for me. I listened, and then he restrained me, well, with 4 guns straight to my head, told me that if I didn't get into the Pokeball, I would just, you know, I would not be experiencing the next few moments of my life anymore. I
An
just
offer you
got
can't
in.
refuse.
Oh, what an offer. He grumbles. Can't believe I got cut that easy. Not even the cops were that mean.
Now, to be fair, that's a guy who really has no compunction about ending someone's life just for getting in their way.
The Mafia knows that they cannot step on our turf whatsoever. They broke the rules, hardcore.
Well, if you're in Donnie Franco's position right now, he would have held the title of Godfather, which meant any rules that were out there were ones that he made.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen Corey with some of the gangs.
Oh,
Kind of a little bit of the Wild West out there. At least in the deeper, more run-down parts of the city.
Right, you know Corey, of course. Of course you know Corey. Who doesn't know Corey? Ooh, Corey. He does like little jazz hands. Corey is so great.
What's the beef about exactly? I mean, I can take a guess at least 100 different things it could be, but...
Guess 100 things it could be. Wow, Corey's more active than I thought. Ooh, Corey, so good. So cool.
Yeah.
I don't care, would it be fair to say, like, back when he was with his girl, you know? would it be fair, like, if this started that way?
Maybe.
Back when Corey... Back when Corey was with his girl back then, very happy he was. Oh, they were inseparable, I tell you. A match that was supposed to not be happening whatsoever, but you know, Corey's a massive rule breaker. Such a good rule breaker that he poached some of my buddies away. My group. That's against the rules. You don't just take the pals of other pals for your own deeds.
Okay.
Can I at least get some coffee around here? My goodness. You see...
Salandit has been activated.
No,
Yeah.
the Salandit is coming up with a little butler outfit. Someone requested coffee in this amazing airship. Here you go. A little coffee for you, sir. It's a little shock of espresso. Yes, I said shock. It's made with Pikachu energy. Don't worry, it will not kill you. It will perk you right back up. Please enjoy, sir.
Who is this guy?
Wait, hold on. Back up for a sec. What girl?
Never heard about his girl, eh? Ah, I see. Oh, you're not part of his little group then for realsies. Maybe you're part of another group that he has. How many groups does amazing Curry have? He's so good. He has all the groups in the world.
I think the only person who really knows the full list of everyone he's gotten himself mixed up with is him. But back to the topic at hand. That girl. Who is she?
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna whisper to see if I give info, is all.
I so desperately want to help with this too, but I can't because there's also pieces of info I'm missing in terms of... Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I just saw the other thing. Oh. He would never give her name away. All I know is that she was a total rule breaker, just like Corey was. Although, while Corey used to see the world as a bad place and all that, his girl was like, how everything will be fine, things will be solved at the end. That is just a matter of time. It's that kind of like counter vibe. But it seems like Mr. Corey's more like her these days. Although, I'll tell you what, even though she looked punkish as heck, I could sense a little something, a little secret in her. Maybe Corey didn't know, maybe Corey did. I knew she was probably loaded. But Corey never saw that in her, no. She only saw how amazing she was instead. That help?
Not exactly.
I'm guessing you never actually talked to whoever this was.
Tried talking one time, but she disregarded me. And then there was a terrible fight outside one day, and, well, she was able to take care of all of them with Corey, of course. They were inseparable. Oh my
Wait.
Cervinox.
How terrible of a fight are we talking about? Like, what was the matchup?
Have you seen Corey fight already?
I did see him get into a skirmish at one point, but he cut through the people he was standing against like a hot knife through butter.
Excellent. Just like a good drink at the side of the beach, imagine the best compliment of them all with a good cigarette. That's what she was, for sure. The perfect pairing. By golly.
Some Casablanca type.
Well, I think she's a stuck-up house punk phony.
House?
Wait a second. Miles thinks to himself. He then looks to Sam for a moment. His gaze turns downward as he thinks. She's old money, isn't she?
Don't think she wanted the money. But
Well,
I
I'm not
knew
talking about whether
she
she
was
wanted
money.
the money. Okay.
She knew of how rich people lived their lives, not like us that had to deal with the gruel and grime of the low-stakes society. Oh, excuse me, sir, I have so much cash I would almost die if I didn't have all this overwhelming money. No, you know what I mean.
Miles is... I'm going to have Miles do a roll here.
For what? What are you rolling for?
Whether specifically what answer Miles thinks in his head about this.
Oh, so you're like rolling for yourself to see like what Miles thinks.
Yes. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do a skill check for this. I'm going to do it just a raw d20.
17.
Let me whisper this to you.
While and then Leonardo looks at the little shot of espresso he has and is like, this tastes like The coffee landed laughs in the background. It's awful. Who made this thing? Need to send a few whispers.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Wait, let me send the whisper.
Oh.
Because I need to confirm something first before anything. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Miles is thinking about what he's just heard. There are a few people who I think this could be.
Oh, I think it's a bunch of
Right.
people that it could be.
I may know one person in particular who fits that bill a little more than the rest. And if it's who I think it is,
I knew it.
Miles turns around and sits in his seat.
Wait, no, it's not Loreen. Loreen is all the way over there.
No. Not Loreen.
Then I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to these things.
Okay. That's...
Out of
Wow.
character, unreliable narrator syndrome be like with Leo.
I mean, he doesn't really pay attention to these things. He was more concerned over his guy, but he was more angry about Corey. Oh, Corey. Oh, Corey, his girl. Oh, Corey. He did everything to impress his girl, too, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe he did it for himself, I'm not sure. Corey is a total mystery and enigma of the gang, of the streets, of urban society. Nobody knows what he's planning next, but ooh, beware, he's so cool.
Got it.
That's what Leonardo says. While doing jazz hands, moving his little fingers around, like gesturing a lot with his hands. You can see he's irritated about talking about Corey. Corey, oh, Corey's so great. Oh, Corey. But
It feels like your jealousy goes a little deeper here.
well, what about Leo? What about me? I've done a lot for people in the streets. I helped people get out of poverty. Sure, we may have caused a ruckus or two and, you know, ran into the police a few times, but we never hurt nobody. We're just chilling and being who we are.
Your gang
Sounds kind
have
of like
any-
the Calamity.
Sorry.
Does your gang have any, have a name it went by?
Before I answer that question, Sam, what do you say? Sorry, it got like mixed in.
Oh, it was sounds like the Calamity crew in terms of the hanging around and yada 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 yada.
Okay, I'll answer straight first. What was the thing? Sorry.
Does your gang have a name?
We were thinking about calling it the Skulls, but I heard that name was taken already by some people on some island or something. So we were trying to figure out something else. It's not fair! We had the Skulls first! But they came up with the name first. It's like, ooh, so cool. You have a feeling that Leonardo may be kind of jealous of a lot of things, not just Corey. And then when you mentioned about the Calamity Crew, Sam, Leonardo's like, what the f*** is the Calamity Crew?
A ragtag group of misfits and not so misfits that found family with each other.
Wait, is that
I
the
guess the best way to say it is it's Corey's family.
Is that the
My
bar at the
family.
corner that he bragged about all day?
Pretty much.
That's a crew?
We all had lives of our own, you know.
I thought it was people just working and just getting paid all the time over there. Am I missing something? No. No, I'm not stupid. It's the world is stupid sometimes. He looks around.
There's a full Chalmers.
No. He never mentioned his bar like it was a crew or anything, at least not to any of my group whatsoever.
Interesting. Still.
Wait. You're saying that my group is like that?
I don't know if it'd be a one-for-one copy, but
Let me have this for 1 second, please.
I mean, as I was saying, sure, why not? Miles would say with a shrug.
Excellent. Ah, a group on par with one of Corey's groups.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
Finally, can be somewhat unequal to him.
Sam isn't sure what to say to that. The anime
Well-
sweat drop.
If I can give a little, like, insight maybe. You have a feeling that Corey had bothered him about, oh, your group is so lame, lol, get annihilated. I'm going to be taking some of your group members to my own causes, right? But this is out of character knowledge right now. But you have a feeling that, well, I have a feeling that someone have a feeling that Corey was probably pestering Leo so that he could just become a better leader by bothering him to no end to see how thick his, you know, see if he was really iron-willed like he wanted to be.
Real buggy hour.
Exactly.
Well, what are you gonna do next?
I honestly don't know. Turns out that having loyal friends is more about just dedicating your lives to them sometimes. I put my entire life for those people that I found in the streets. People that were in need. People that fell into despair. And then they just all moved away that easily. Worse, some of them betrayed me too.
Honestly, people can be weird. I mean, charisma goes a long way, and it's not something that's easy to get.
I did do stupid things though, at least. I tried using some stupid chains to control people, thinking that was the best for them. I don't know where that thought came into my head from. Something in my mind was gnawing at the idea that I knew what was best for them, and all I had to do was control them for a bit until they saw my way. Why did I think that in the first place? He shrugs with his shoulders while he is also putting his arms like crossed around him, you know, like the typical shrug, like annoyed shrug.
Don't know, but I'm glad you thought better of it.
Same. You know, you're welcome to stay at the tower for a little bit if you're still trying to figure things out.
I'll stay at the tower, but not because you told me to, but because I want to.
I'm sorry. I have to like turn away and mute and cough because I'm also having some sinus issues. And side note,
sorry.
most of the things that Leo is saying are making me guffaw.
What is guffaw like? Laugh?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's this awkward. It's this awkward loop of me going to laugh and then like just slightly choking on blood.
Oh no, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just very dry. It's dry sinuses.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't care. I had that too. My nose bled all day. Like, not all day, but for a while because of that. It was bad. Oh no, I need help. What's the mayor's name again?
Albert?
Albert, thank you. I was like fidgeting for some names. In all this, there's one friend that I wonder how he's doing. I never found Albert anywhere.
The mayor?
Yeah, the mayor. He moved on with his life, got a good place, got elected. Meanwhile, I stood in the streets and I was like, hey, yo, Albert, wanna chime in for a little bit? But I guess not. Maybe he doesn't remember me anymore.
I kind of have a feeling with everything that we've seen so far that that's probably the last thing from the truth.
Wait, maybe he's at the tower. He's the mayor. He has to be doing something with all of you guys. You would know where Albert is right now.
I think he might still be at the tower. It's really unclear, just because, you know, he is the mayor. He might have run out to do other things, but he was there for a while.
Okay, then it means I have to be in the tower, wait for him, ambush him, and maybe he'll tell me what's up. Not legitimate ambush, don't look at me like that. What I mean is like to say, yo, hi, remember me for when we were kids and played in the street? Like, you know, marble Pokeball game? Remember how you stole all my marbles because you were sad? I remember. I always remember.
And his grandma's cookies.
He probably did have grandma's cookies too. He probably fondly remembers the grandmother too.
Leo feels like a grandma's boy.
Poor Miss Leventa. Gone way too soon. He does the motion as if he's smoking a cigar, and then he realizes, oh, if I serve. Okay.
You could go to the bridge, I guess.
I can go
Pointing up.
outside.
Pointing upwards.
I
Yeah.
will go outside. Because you know what they say, sometimes you really need to brave some fresh air. And by fresh air, I mean this pack of smokes. He starts to get up. I don't know if you want to say something to him before he just butts off.
I can't think of any. I sort of do, but I also can't think of anything.
Oh.
I can't think of like a witty goodbye.
He points at you. If you see Corey, tell him that Calamity Crew 2 is coming to home something. You just tell him I'm after him.
I'll make sure he gets the message.
And then my group is going to be so much better than he is. And then one day I'll have a girl too. Or boy. Take that. Yes, I do both of them.
Alright.
Tell him to not forget the name. Right, cigarettes.
Oh, Leo.
Leo, god damn it. That's all I remembered immediately from Ghost Stories. Okay, before you actually communicate with Leo, Sam, Miles, any exchanges to have before we move the spotlight over?
Miles watches Leo head away. Turns over to Sam. So you and Donnie Franco. That was how it all happened.
You mean the Pokeball?
Well, more that he was the one who ultimately ordered the hit against you, Miles would say before hopping over the seat and staying down over here. Ow.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what of it? It's Donnie Franco. It's just what he does. You know?
Sam, there's something that is going to have to happen very soon, now that we actually have Donnie Franco in our custody. Aside from the murder of my father and countless other people, I now have concrete evidence that he confessed to your murder as well. That's two different people, but the outcome is the same. I know I don't really hold a crown or anything like that. The fact is, Donnie Franco needs to die for what he's done.
Maybe that's true. But to be honest, I don't really think we're the ones who can make that call.
If it comes down to it, I'll handle it myself. And
That's nice and all that you're willing to sacrifice yourself for everyone like that. But, again, not our call. There's a way these things need to go, you know? I'd prefer it if it goes that way.
you insist.
Kara's working hard back home, trying to get things, something close to up and running again. But it might take a while, but there will be some form of law and order here again. Whatever that looks like.
I wish.
Not that I don't. Not that I don't. Not that I don't blame you for not really trusting in law and order, given, everything.
Look, growing up the way that I did and living the kind of life I did, I've met a lot of different people. I have my reasons for distrusting them as well as trusting them. I've met dirty cops, dishonest priests, honest thieves, and, well, people who've never held gold in their own hands. And some of the people I've seen in high society couldn't measure up to them on their best day. The fact is, Donnie's had this coming for a long time. And, well, if we are going by established law and all that, and if assuming that's what Kara's trying to do, well, the warrant for Donnie's execution is about 20 years in the making.
Well, sure, but don't you think the entirety of Keita gets to weigh in on that one?
I mean, if a reconfirmation of that particular death warrant is what it needs, then perhaps.
I feel like it's too early to be doling out punishments. We got way too many other things to worry about right now. That being said, there are a lot of things I want to ask them.
Anything in particular?
One of them I don't think you need to guess that hard at. It doesn't fit, right? There's still something missing from all of this. I'm starting to put the pieces together as to what it might be, but I have a funny feeling the only ones who truly know anymore at this point are Donnie and... You see Sam sort of tense up.
And my half-sister?
Slim. Donnie and Slim.
Will you need help confronting Slim again?
I might.
If me coming along and helping you out with that, can help ease that particular burden, just say the word and I'm with you.
Yeah. Maybe... Actually, out of character, Scott, what do we
Yes?
know about what our itinerary is for, like, how long before we land?
Itinerary. You have a few more moments to be able to converse with everyone. Right now, the ship is just gearing up so that it's allowed to rev up the engines to, well, like more like turn the engines around so that they can properly land after the fight.
So it's going to be only like a 30 minutes or something, and then we're landing, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe after we've landed, you know?
Oh, as a note, it's probably going to be that like we're doing the session on the ship, and then next session is going to be like out of the ship. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll be fine.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, there you go.
The only reason is just... I feel like there's going to be a lot of things you're going to have to figure out with that one, so...
Whatever it takes to help you get closure on this.
Thanks, Miles.
Not a problem. Miles then directs his gaze toward the window, looking at a very particular Reshiram who was gliding by at that moment.
Like, very gently gliding, kind of like patiently waiting for the landing. Keeping an eye, making sure that nobody's coming to attack you or your friends. She smiles across the window.
I'm gonna rest a lot easier knowing that she's watching over me.
Lucky you, having a big old god watching you.
Well, she's watching over you too.
Sam looks out the window at Varizia. It looks weirdly like Varizia is glaring at Sam. That's odd.
Sure, everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it, I guess.
There's got to be some old lore that I can look up about her. If you ever decide you do want to try and, well, get to know her better, I'd be willing to help out with that, and I think she'd appreciate getting to know more than just me around here.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Though it's going to be hard, considering there isn't really many places that, she can fit into.
Well, she seemed to get herself pretty cozy at the pool on the tower.
Kind of an awkward poolside conversation, though.
Out of character, I'm now envisioning what Varizia would look like as a drenched Reshiram, where, like, if you look at an owl, how fluffy it is, and then you see the owls when they're soaking wet.
Yeah.
Now I'm picturing what a Reshiram looks like when they are that soaked through.
Probably looks like a fucking Altaria when they're wet.
Exactly. That's probably all Sam and I are gonna do. Unless Sam has anything else they want to chat about.
Not yet, I don't.
Gotcha. To briefly go to K momentarily, since they wanted to stop Leonardo from moving. Oh shoot, I put 3 songs at the same time, my bad. There you go.
Wow. Leo.
What is it? I need to go smoke real bad.
Look, I know you've been through a lot right now, but I'm very sorry about this. I need to search you.
I don't like you that way.
No, I know, but I need
I'm
to...
just kidding. That's why I say to all the cops. Sure.
I'm not a cop, but...
Alright.
Alright.
He puts his hands on the wall and just like... you know how you use the search for a gang member or whatever?
What are you doing? I just need to check your pockets and your bag. So I guess if he's allowing it, he is looking for purple candy.
1 second. Oh. Sorry, I whispered the wrong person. One moment. Okay, sorry. When you search Leonardo, you find no such things anymore. Like, he used to have them on him, but... What does
Alright.
Leonardo have on his character sheet? Let me look at it real quick.
Kate would try and be thorough, like looking inside the cigarette carton and everything.
Maybe I can tempt you to steal. Finally.
Tempt me to
No,
steal?
I'm just kidding. But
Yeah, good luck.
there are. Wow. There is a super potion.
He's not gonna take it.
There's also a refresh patch.
Probably wouldn't know what it is. Oh, no, he has seen one.
Yeah.
But no, he's not gonna take it. So he's clean.
He's clean.
All right, you're all good.
Oh, he has the
Sorry.
cigarettes, of course.
Say, have you seen anything like a purple candy?
The grape candy? No, I'm just kidding. The drugs? No, I don't have them anymore.
Oh, so you have seen them.
I was instructed to use them in my head, but no, it's stupid.
Do you have more like hidden anywhere? We need to find out what its deal is. And make sure no one takes it.
Oh. He opens his locket. I actually did have one. He pulls out one of them.
Oh.
Don't tell
I
me.
didn't even.
Don't tell me you're gonna eat this.
Oh gosh, no. I have my theories. This stuff makes you easier to control by, well, that person, that thing in your mind you mentioned.
That's every drug, my friend. Speaking of, I need this to control me right now. It points at the cigarette in his hand.
If you say so. I hear those aren't healthy, though.
It's okay.
And no hard feelings about the whole siege on our branch and all that. Take care, Leo.
Yeah, he just need to smoke real bad. Bye. Good thing you didn't go with him, because otherwise he would have probably offered you a cigarette. We don't want case smoking, that's not allowed.
No. Alright, that was all.
Okay.
We have a candy now, oh boy.
Miles, there's something that you're hearing in your head currently as you're laying down with Sam. Like relaxing, I presume now, right? Verazia
Yes.
looks at you with a bit of concern. Miles, in your head. I'm a little worried.
Verazia? What of?
I'm a little worried about... She looks at Sam briefly.
What's your concern?
It's... Wow. Just the most uncomfortable vibe. It feels like something's wrong with my essence. My soul, I suppose? It's hard to explain.
What do you mean?
Something I've always felt from Sam, but now it's getting stronger. For the first time I met him at the Aaron Estate, it's something that's trying to like drain me, like my essence. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something that I've also felt around Keita.
Huh. Miles would think to himself before standing up. Excuse me, Sam.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Do you have any specifics on what this feeling could be? Or what might be causing him?
Nothing very specific, but... Well, it's the first time that I can pinpoint to a specific Pokemon or person about this sensation. Back then, when I would fly around Keita, I would feel the sensation too. I think Yes. No, it's exactly this. Well, it's kind of the same, but now the emotions are getting stronger. Like that's it. I'm just worried about you if you're feeling the same things that I am right now. Does it feel like your essence is being sucked in by Sam in any regard?
Just whispering to you for something.
The plot, it thickens like a nice stew.
Yeah, I sent whispers.
Come on, roll 20, show what's being sent. Here, let me refresh my page.
No, I didn't send you anything. I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm just considering how to answer this. You haven't felt anything.
Well, when I've been around Sam, I haven't noticed anything.
Be very careful, Miles. Something's up. I can't explain what it is, but it's getting stronger, I think.
Well,
Maybe
now
it's
that
because...
now that you mention it, Sam recently did imprison one of the assassins that came after him.
Imprisoned?
A man by the name of Slim.
Hmm.
This would have been before the two of you crossed paths.
And I wouldn't have known him back then. Then again, I only felt this same feeling around Keita, even before I flew into the state. But it wasn't this strong before.
Okay, how do you want to approach this?
Right now we wait, but I will let you know if anything changes.
All right. But you stay safe out there, all right?
I think I'm going to be fine. I'm just more
All right.
concerned about you.
You've done a pretty good job of keeping me safe so far. I wouldn't mind returning the favor once in a while.
The time will come, perhaps. But for now, I have my watchful eye over you, as per usual.
Love you too.
Oh.
Varese is befuddled, but she just smiles and continues flapping onward. Well, not onward, like flapping in place, rather.
She do the spin.
So with that, I think that would conclude that little bit of dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. There's a horse in the bathroom.
Sure is.
So Stella,
Horse
you
around.
removed the bullets. How do you
Yep.
feel?
Horrible.
Understandable.
She's looking at it and has it floating in front of herself. It's like, oh, that's bloody awful. No bandages either, but at least it was taken out easily.
Out of character, how much would Stella would have taken in the bathroom?
15 minutes?
Okay, it's not too bad. I was gonna say if maybe someone else was using the bathroom, but no.
No. I think it's about the time that, it's a lot of the time that they spent talking. Stella was already, like, handling this, and that was a lot of focused telekinesis before she actually just got it out without much damage. Okay. Gods, what else is there to do? I was hoping we'd land by the time I got this. She's still floating, just to make sure she doesn't actually put any extra weight on the leg. So not to worsen it, since
I
that's the
see.
source of the injury.
So, was it the back leg that got shot?
Probably.
So theoretically, we could say that Stella's butt is flowing right now, like floating right now.
All of her is floating, you goober.
Yeah, I'm just joking around. Alrighty. Well.
I think she's likely to just go up front and check on things, but I don't think there will be much unless someone actually tries to get her attention. So I'm
I'll
just
be
gonna
the
move
judge
forward.
of that.
I mean, depends which door she goes through.
True.
Ignoring all the Chris's Pokemon, I see what your strat is.
Oh, look, Stella feels bad.
Fair.
And that's why she's doing it.
So she can probably hear blah 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 technology blah 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 blah.
And we're gonna float over the chairs.
Oh,
Just give the nerd talk a wide berth.
You're fucking killing me, Hallie, out of character. Oh, now you're closer to Crystal and Cryozard.
Yeah, she does mutter a quiet sorry whenever she passes by.
okay.
Oh.
Crystal will look back and say, sorry, Cryo, do you hear anything?
Yeah, me too.
No.
Ding. Close that behind her and just be like, alright, time set.
You will be able to notice that a few feet like are dangled above the cockpit of like the sand slash, and a lot of smoke coming from it, of course. Well, not too much since it's being blown away by the wind.
Yeah, I was about to say there's not much worry there.
You will notice he's smoking outside though.
Yep, fair enough. Anything to relieve stress at this point. Sorry, how are things up here? Are things going okay?
You probably will approach and be like, nodding because Kay's not around to communicate.
I'm glad. I'm probably just going to hang out up here.
Oh, darling, you're back. I had the most important thing to. Oh, goodness.
Oop, sorry.
Crash.
I had the most important thing to show you. Come here.
Okay.
Now, thankfully, when I went upstairs to check up of all the things, I found these hidden in the weirdest nooks and crannies. You never left money flying around, darling. You get like 8 Poke Coins. That like not 8 Poke Coins in total, but 8 like Poke drops in all of its entirety. So I have to roll rarity for each one of them.
Okay.
Yay,
But
money.
how would you like to split this with the party? We can split it now.
We'll
we get 8
find
Poke.
out after the session, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You get 8 Poke Drops that I'll roll later. Now, darling, hopefully that. Oh goodness, that amount of money can help you out.
Hopefully.
You really
don't-
concerned me, dear. I was about to hop onto my jet and just ram my jet straight into the 3 birds.
I would rather you not lose something you treasure so much either, but
Oh, darling, it's
Appreciate
just a
it.
few $1 billion. It's no big deal for me. I'd rather lose $1 billion than to lose my cherished friends forever. You can't buy that now, can you? That's just a good investment, dear.
that's true. It's sweet of you, really. I'm glad no one... well,
But you managed to do it and you saved my dear aircraft. Oh my goodness, dear. Okay, I'm good now.
thank you for helping, Lorraine. I don't think we probably would have been able to get up here without your help either.
It's no worries, dear. I'd like to help whenever I can. Isn't that right, Taylor? Taylor's still like... Imagine just someone looking like beside, like not besides, like through the control, like over the clouds and across the sky, like, ah. Oh, she's going to be perfectly fine. She's just adjusting, is all.
That's fair. She's doing great. I hope you don't mind if I just spend the time up here instead. Going back there is a little rough right now.
Oh, darling, don't worry. I have everything you need here.
Oh,
care for some tea?
Bless you, I would love that.
Bless me, bless you for the kind company, of course. As you know, I already boiled the water. As you know, it is quite important to nourish your friends. Very dearly.
True.
Now, how much sugar, dear?
2 cubes, please.
She puts 2 cubes of sugar into the tea, spins it around. There you go. Yeah, nice and freshly made for a gentlewoman such as yourself.
Her cheeks take on a little color, but she just says thank you.
These are
She
sugar
takes a
cubes.
slow sip.
Go ahead.
She just takes a sip. You're okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. These are sugar cubes straight from Alola, darling, and from a very reputable source and very hard to acquire little sugar grains, if I do say so myself. Easily a 5,000 poke drink.
It
has no health benefits, out of character.
This is going to sound very weird, but I still... For all the running around that we've been doing, we haven't really had a lot of time to discuss the world around us, and I'm going to assume 5,000 is a lot.
5,000 is quite a lot, dearie.
Oh, good. So, theoretically, would a single would a single bag of tea cost, what was it, 180 poke, or is that too much?
That is a fair amount. Depends on the quality of the tea, of course. If it's absolute rubbish, oh, I wouldn't even pay. No.
It was a tea bag.
I was about to say I wouldn't even pay the change that's in my sofa, but my sofa is quite expensive, and I'm pretty sure I hit some money there last few weeks. I wouldn't even give a singular poke to garbage tea. I don't drink dirty water, thank you very much. I am a elegant gal. I am a kitty cat of much more refined taste. I don't settle for trash, I settle for goodness. And when I say trash, I mean tea that is probably just mass-produced in order to gain the most profit benefitable possible with no sense of taste or quality. Ugh.
Stella takes a slow sip of the tea she has. She's like, yep, that was about what the tea bag was.
Now, each sugar cube costs 2,500 poke. And as you know, a nugget of gold is 5,000 poke easy, so you're basically drinking a singular nugget of gold worth of sugar, dear.
something $500,000 for 8 seconds.
Yeah, something nuggets in Pokemon World are worth 5,000 gold as the sell price. While big pearls are 4,000.
I out of character, am kind of just stun-locked by this. It's like, Jesus Christ. Stella takes a slower sip than this time. It's like, God, 5,000's a lot. So something worth treasuring, right? And
Oh,
something worth saying
absolutely,
thank
dearie.
you.
Like, a bottle of water is 200 poke easy, so imagine.
Hmm.
Although that price is quite inflated for desperate little trainers that need to get a refreshment now and then.
That makes sense.
Oh, it's a
Okay.
total scam, dear. They should just charge 20 poke for the fresh water. 30 for a
Why
pop,
did-
easy.
Mm, Water's probably the only thing I think should be free on that.
True. I heard of a strange vendor that sells, tap water at a store. Disgusting.
Yep, I remember that one.
Ah, good tea.
It is lovely. Honestly, it's really soothing after everything. It turns out, by the way, I don't recommend getting shot. The bullet hurts. And she holds up the, well, definitely bloodied bullet that she had.
Mind if I look at that, dear?
Sure, if you want. Careful.
She grabs the bullet, holds it in her fingers, and just pulls up, the jeweler, lenses. She pulls up one of those.
Mm.
From the round I see here. Yep. It seems that some mafia boys would rather spend their entire savings on bullets than to actually help one another or even get a nice bar of chocolate now and then. Pathetic. This is rubbish, even if it's an expensive round. People spend
What?
money in the stupidest of things. Oh dear.
I admit I'm more confused than anything. Why is there a more expensive bullet than an average bullet if it's an expendable bullet?
Well, the bullet needs to be precise in order to perform a kill per se.
Oh,
I mean,
that's true.
the product is good, but the product itself is a horrible idea. Killing others, what a pathetic thing.
Yeah. Yeah, who would do that?
Who would delete value out of a person just by completely unaliving them? I do not agree to these practices whatsoever. I've been trying to get guns banned from this city for the longest of time.
That'd be lovely. And sometimes it's not always on purpose that it gets that close.
Unfortunately, the traffic of illegal arms is real. Hopefully they crack down on those. And hopefully now that everyone's a Pokemon, they can stop with that nonsense. I don't want Pokemon developing even newer guns to us for every need. No.
If I could, I'd rather not get shot again. And thankfully it didn't hit anything vital.
But dearie, you've already shot me once already.
Oh gods, did I win?
She pokes at your snout. Through the heart, dearie. Of course you did.
From the worried panic of like, oh god, how'd I mess this up, to just freezing and turning solid pink. Like,
You boiled like my little teapot. Look at that.
My powers are really hard to control when emotions are. Maureen, I'm already dating Pandora, but it's complicated. I know
you're in a relationship already, dearie, but... Well, I'll say that much. I'm a very generous person. So, if you ever want to... If she ever wants to, that is, and... I'm more than open to everyone.
Well, I'm glad you said something about it, because I was trying to find words. If anything, when we get the chance, we can talk to her about it and take the time to discuss and see if that's something to pursue later, now, or how she feels.
I think I would like to talk to Pandora personally myself. Of course, that
Yes.
does mean that for now, I will keep everything on hold and...
Please, I don't think my heart could handle much more. I think I'll
Yes.
die.
For now, my deepest treasure will be sealed away in my safe, but if Pandora wants to, that safe can crack wide open for everyone.
I thank you for being honest about it. We can talk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best we can do right now. And, well,
I'd rather be honest,
Don't-
because, honestly, a person's honesty is way more valuable than a person's deception. I'm not
It's
a
true.
fan of such skills. They're easily exploitable and not very... It's not a good investment.
either way, whichever way, Stella will give her just a hug, something gentle, something caring. I'm still glad you're here. And thank you for being here.
And thank you for being you, darling. Of course. I am secretly hoping that she is definitely fine with having an open relationship. Do you mind if I talk to her first when we land down?
You'll probably get the point across a lot faster than I will. It would take me about an hour of stammering.
I will be honest and say that I am interested, but I know that you are with Pandora, so I don't want to intrude, but if she wishes to, we can all be together.
It would make me very happy, and we can take the time to discuss. Thank you.
Oh, by Servanox, that makes me happy to hear. You would not believe all the rich people that don't want a poly relationship. Oh, it makes me completely lose my mind. Who wouldn't? Well, I mean, I guess they have their own preferences, but like every rich person not wanting a poly relationship, are they insane? We have the money for it. We can do whatever we want. Imagine if more rich people had more poly relationships with not necessarily other rich people, but people that they liked, truthfully, in the bottom of their heart.
As long as they can communicate and talk. As long
Absolutely.
as they can be honest. It's existed for a long, long time. And there's so much history to it.
Well, that's why I appreciate communication, because I am a gold chaser for certain, and I do love a silver tongue, darling.
You can see Stella just kind of staring, unaware of like anything there, just kind of blankly like blinks like, oh, that's good, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's what I see in you, Miss Stella. A silver tongue, a golden heart, but a diamond soul. Ooh, my goodness. You're way too beautiful. I will
Save
stop
the
now.
plants.
I will stop now. I'm sorry, but I'm... Alright, Oh goodness, look at the teacup. It's empty. How funny.
If you want, I think that's a good spot to stop the scene and move to the next.
Taylor's been like staring the whole time, sitting at it, like, oh, boss is finally, maybe finally she'll have a relationship. Taylor's been privy to Laureen wanting to get with the rich people her entire life, but everyone says no, Lorraine has the mere mention of, I don't like to be exclusive, I like to share. And how rich people would usually just like... Well, I'm pretty sure Lorraine would tell you how they would not just say no, but even scoff or like make disgusting, like vomiting gestures about it.
New money versus old money.
Mm-hmm. See, now I'm the cryptocurrency. No, I'm kidding. No,
Scott, I'm going to smack you upside the gosh darn head.
Now, Kith.
Leonardo probably heard nothing of it. MewPie saw everything. Kay, hey.
Hey.
MewPie says, I think Lorraine and Stella are flirting with each other, you hear?
Oh, are they now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's been the first time.
I believe it. Yeah. That's all they say. Hey, Celeste.
Let them have their time together.
Hey, I'm here. Don't worry, I'm fine.
How you doing?
Just-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry. Just personal shit. It's all good.
Yeah. You look at the clouds to your left. You see the clouds passing by gently, as
I
if
sat here
caressing
so
the
I
ship.
I sat here so I could talk to Chris comfortably, not crane my neck all the fuck the way around.
No. I'm saying I'm just giving you the surroundings.
Oh yeah, no,
you were
Celeste is
you were
enjoying
going
the
to
view.
talk to Chris, and Saren will like sit next to you.
Oh, hey, I don't think I've gotten to talk to you a lot, Saren, huh?
I know you want to talk to my trainer, but give him just a little bit.
Listen,
Look at
I say it too. I'm just like your trainer. I like talking to Pokemon more than anything.
Well, no, it's just that. She points like in between the chairs where you can clearly see Chris's hand and Cleo's paw like holding.
Oh,
They're having a little chat.
that's so cute.
Celeste is just like,
Isn't it
happy.
adorable? I know, right?
Oh, it's so adorable. It's giving me some nostalgia, just a little bit.
To be honest, when Cleo initially told us, I was a Nidorino back then still, but... Oh, it's just so cute. I've always dreamed of something like this happening. It was all like just a dream. Because we were all separated by not just the communication barrier, but other things. But now that's all gone, and I just want to see the two boys together.
It's gonna be so cute. To be honest with you, I'm glad that this barrier has been broken. There are so many things I wanted to know what certain Pokemon say too. Just so cute though.
If you want, you can overhear.
Well, maybe she'll listen just a little bit, but she doesn't want to pry.
You'll hear like different, and Cleo will say we used to be very different, and now you're like me, you're a Pokemon too, but I don't want to be up front with it. I liked you before, but I don't know if I understand what I'm even saying, Chris. I'm so sorry. Chris will look back and to Cleo and say, "Oh, I understand." Cleo does a motion of like, and... But Chris looks away. He understands. Chris, I'm trying to say that I hope you don't think it's weird that I love you, and maybe I want to, get to love you more in the future. Does that make sense? Chris will look back at Cleo and say, perfectly. It makes sense. Such a good kitty. He looks back at the window. Okay, be patient. With him. Needs patience. Cleo is trying his best. Cleo, as an impatient little Pokemon that he always is, he ran the moment Chris was even mentioned to like get to him. And then you remember that he started crying, Chris, no. But like it's because it's not the real Chris. He knew it was not the real Chris and Chris was somewhere else. And also that Chris had apparently changed. Now things are starting to make sense as to why Cleo was crying about Chris. It was not because Chris was with Stella, it was because Chris supposedly tried to harm others.
Oh, it makes so much sense now.
Yep, all that time ago. I've
you
had
ha-
to keep it.
It was funny because Stella
you-
was laughing her ass off, and you were like, "Oh no, Stella, what have you done?" And but Stella knew the truth. Well, hell, you
I
knew
still
the truth.
say,
Sorry.
I still say, oh fuck, Stella, what did you do?
Yeah. Well, Cleo, as impatient as he is, Chris needs time. He likes to process things slowly and to take things calmly, as
Perfect
his mental
characterization.
state is. And Cleo's like, like, you know, like imagine the ultra impatience, but he's trying his best to be patient.
Celeste can't help but quietly hold in a laugh.
Cleo will say, "There's so many things I want to say to you, Chris. It's just that, like, I don't want to overdo it and overwhelm you and everything. And if I do overwhelm you, I want to let you know that I'm sorry immediately. Okay? Is that? I'm sorry. Is that fine? Chris will lift Cleo's paw that he's holding, like, and he points at it. Which points at it like very briefly. I mean, Chris will say, I mean, obviously, this is a date, right? Or am I wrong? Cleo's like, what? I did. Chris says, I thought it was obvious, Kitty. Is the date annoying you? No, a servant knocks. No, Chris is just gonna smile and say, see? Alright. Keep enjoying it then. And he looks away back at the clouds.
This is reminding me of my first date out of character.
But I wanna stare at you, Chris, you know, and does that make sense? Me too, Chris will say. But I'm staring at the sky now. It makes me think of you more. What? Cleo will say. Yeah. Fluffy clouds, like Kitty is fluffy.
My heart right now.
You can't see Cleo from this vantage point, but if you could, Cleo's fur will go from white to red.
Oh, wow. Did we just discover a new shiny out of character?
No. Saren will like whisper you like, aren't they cute together? My goodness, they're finally getting to talk of each other, and Cleo's been dying to blurt out at Chris as much as he could, but I'm pretty sure that back then Chris would only hear the meowings of a Persian, but now
Honestly, I feel Cleo on that.
he's trying to hold himself back so much, it's unprecedented, really.
I was in Cleo's position not too long ago myself. So I totally understand what he's going through. And it's really cute.
Chris will say suddenly, do you remember the first time we were at SS Prism and you were having that immensely difficult fight with the giant, huge robot, and you got along with Saren just fine on that fight? And remember how exhausted you were, and well, remember how you needed a little nap and I just held you in my arms and you laid on my lap? Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. Well, you did face a big scary creature recently, didn't you? But yeah, who? Suddenly, you get shocked as Chris, like, points behind this chair. This one!
Hey! I didn't throw any shots at Cleo.
Saren will, like, shush you. Shh. He's getting to something, don't worry. Yeah? Does Kitty need a nap? Right now? Yes, please. There you go, that's a good kitty. That's a good Cleo. My special Cleo.
So cute.
My heart.
In and out of character, so fucking cute.
He looks at the clouds while, like, Cleo's embracing him more than as if he was just a cat. Cleo, you make me feel like I'm the clouds always when you... Wow. He's trying to hold himself back a bit. I'm imagining that I'm not being hugged right now, but I'm surrounded by clouds in the sky. And you're the perfect Pokemon for that. Because from all the Persians that I've seen in my life, how could I not choose the fluffiest one? Yes, this is fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Cleo will look up at Chris and say, "We'll find Bunny together, don't worry." And that's where they would just keep embracing each other for a moment. Chris doing his best. You notice that he is like tense during the embrace, but he's doing his best for him because Cleo did his best to hold back for him as well. So he's always putting in an effort, even though it's like it's Sisyphean. Like it's like, oh my god, the amount of effort Chris is trying to do to not like slap Cleo away is crazy right now. But he'll eventually say, "That's enough, please." And they'll just continue holding hands. Sarah will say, "I think those boys are gonna get along extremely well."
I think so too, Saren.
Ah. Goodness. That's more than one dream being granted right now.
Oh, is that so?
Well, I have other dreams of my own, but I'm fine with how things are right now.
Well, don't be afraid to keep chasing them. Believe me, you'll thank yourself later.
Well, I mean, I do wish I could... I want to find a boy for myself one day, Saren will say.
I'm sure you will, Saren. Believe me, I never thought I would myself.
I want kids so bad. You now know what other dream I'd be chasing, but that one's a little bit more complicated.
I'm aware of that, but it's good to know that there's a Pokemon of Chris's that's on the same wavelength as me.
You mean you mean Kitty? Cleo?
Yeah.
Boys will be boys, but how cute they are sometimes.
I know, so adorable. I guess we shouldn't bother them, should we?
We should not.
Oh, darn. I guess I'll talk to Chris some other time.
Well, I mean, we could say that some time passes and Cleo has to go somewhere.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have to be Bard necessarily. Chris will like sigh a bit, but not a sigh of like relief, more a sigh of like longing for now.
Aww.
Chris will like be leaning from his chair, looking at you. I hope we weren't bothering. Is that a bother?
Oh, no, not at all. Believe me, I'm worse with my own.
You're worse with your...
I might have found someone while we were here.
Oh, you mean your own partner, not your own Pokemon.
Oh heavens, no. my own partner. You're fine. Don't worry about it, Chris.
It's strange. I always thought about my Pokemon as needing to help them out immensely, but at the same time, I guess had always imagined them. What kind of people would they be?
What would they say? How would they think?
Especially how would they think and how would they feel? I wanted to know it all.
You too?
Well, I think I ended up knowing how some of my Pokemon felt, and wow. It's not hard. It wasn't hard to know that Cleo loved me this entire time. It was obvious. Ever since I picked him up as a little Persian, well, not little. That grown Persian with a problem. They tore away his forehead coin, and the other Persians mocked him for not being able to hear them approach. It was the worst thing.
That's awful.
But
So mean.
even though it was very difficult, I made sure to take care of him as best as I could.
I can definitely say through all the Pokemon I've met before meeting you, you've done a fine job raising all of them, Chris.
I love being able to raise them and make them grow into the perfect Pokemon that they deserve to be.
Exactly. That's what Pokemon training's all about.
I remember Saren had the biggest longing for a little Pokemon that we saw a little Gudra the other time, weeks ago.
Oh,
Chris!
a Gudra, I hear.
I know a Pokemon's eyes looking at other Pokemon when they're longing very deeply in their hearts for them to be deeply in love. I am not hearing this. Goodbye.
Oh, seriously? I think you embarrassed her.
Oh, but I was saying the truth though. I hope I didn't bother her.
No, I think she's just embarrassed. You're fine.
She really did love that Gudra boy, but it was not the same shared love, unfortunately.
How sad. Well, I hope she finds someone.
Maybe he'll find another good boy.
I hope so. So it's
Another
good to
good girl. I'm not really one to judge. People are just
neither
people,
am
and
I.
they should love who they want to love. It's that easy. It's logical.
Love-
It makes sense.
Yeah, love is love. I agree with you. What?
I just read what Stella out of character said. Enjoyed the blood-speckled bathroom, Saren.
Hey, you brewing tea again? You should go get it.
No. I said it's not that bad. I just thought it was funny. You
not
know the
that
scene of
bad.
like a horror movie when you walk in and it's just like everywhere. It's like Jesus Christ. That was my immediate thought.
I was
One
of
word.
the mindset that Stella pulled like a Disco Elysium and just got possessed by a completely different personality, and it's like John Wick movie badass kind of vibe.
Oh god damn it! That's really good.
She didn't spill anything out with her blood for fun, did she?
As far as well, you can't go to the bathroom to
Wouldn't
find
you
that
like-
answer.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Okay, so back on track. Chris will say, "You want to ask me something, isn't that right, Birdie?"
Yeah, maybe a few things. First of all, about the fact that I finally get to meet you in person, and how long you've been a trainer. So many questions, but I don't want to overwhelm you, because this is seriously so exciting.
He's looking at a light flickering at a distance, currently.
Celeste doesn't mind. Hey, she ain't perfect either.
She looks
She's
at the light for
fidgeting.
what seems to be a few minutes, until he suddenly says, "You know it's strange. I think I'm gonna stay a Pokemon for the rest of my life now."
Honestly, I think it feels that way at this point. I
And
wouldn't mind staying like this.
note, well, there's many reasons, and it all makes sense actually, now that I think
I'd love
about
to
it.
I'd love to hear it.
Being a Pokemon allows me to be and understand and communicate way better with my Pokemon than I could have ever done before. That is deeper connection, and I like it.
Ooh.
Now, when I was a kid, growing up alone with my other Pokemon, I always knew that I knew. I knew them because I saw them and I could see them.
You always knew they would be your team or family, I guess, to a degree. I prefer calling my team family.
No. What I knew, that I knew how they felt sometimes. Because I studied the behavior of many Pokemon growing up. And I could just see it in their eyes sometimes. But now, normally, when we would be talking back a few weeks ago, I wouldn't understand what you were feeling. Because I don't know people, I can't understand how they react, what their emotions are. I don't know when they're being sarcastic to me. But I've been able to sense, not sense like I can feel it, but I can read the emotion and know that they're emoting. You, specifically, were longing to ask me a question. I would have never known that if you were not a Pokemon now. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, even for someone like me who wears her emotions on her sleeve.
I hope every person stays a Pokemon forever because now I can talk to them better than before.
Can I be
It's
honest?
amazing.
I kind of hope so too. It's kind of awesome. I mean, I always was able to talk to my Lucario but it was just dilute connections with Aura, but having this deep understanding is so nice.
He looks at the clouds again. Not everyone wants to stay a Pokemon though, I understand.
Yeah.
If you had the choice, and I'm going to ask a hard question here, so you better be ready.
I'm ready.
Are you?
Yeah.
How ready?
Very ready. I'm always ready.
As ready as a Pokemon ever would be?
As ready as a Pokemon ever would be.
If you had to choose between turning every human back into a human or keeping every human as a Pokemon forever, which of the two options would you choose?
If it were on my own terms, obviously I'd like to stay a Pokemon myself, but I'd want to make everyone happy and turn people back into humans, even if it wasn't what I wanted myself.
But you can't make everyone happy, so therefore you have to choose who to make unhappy.
Well, I guess either way I probably would stay a Pokemon after what happened. She thinks back to what happened back at the manor.
What if 10% of the transformed people want to stay as a Pokemon, but the other 90% want to go back to being humans? Would you still make 90% of the people unhappy just to make the 10% of people happy?
I guess not, if that's what you're asking.
I
would choose
disagree.
the other- Oh, how so?
Humans have evolved for thousands and thousands of years, and now people just need to figure out that this is the next evolution. So, deal with it or be weak, I guess. I had to
guess
deal
that's-
with being weak my entire life. Now it's their turn. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
No, no, I can tell it's a joke, believe me. I've told jokes myself.
I guess I'm being selfish in that regard, but I think people have the ability to evolve past their detriments, like I have.
Mm.
So, if being a Pokemon would be a detriment to them, they just have to deal with it and learn.
If I can be honest with you, I kind of wasn't stoked about being a Pokemon at first, if that's something you could believe, Chris.
I thought nobody would be.
You try starting out with no hands and just stubby little legs and a beak to carry everything around.
The Great Celeste Pines as a Torchic sounds incredibly adorable.
Believe me, I got plenty of comments on it. I never thought I'd turn into an all-new species, if I'm being honest with you.
So you're a legendary then?
say that, though. I don't like tossing that term around. It's a little embarrassing.
It fits. Legendary Celeste Pines becomes the legendary Pokemon. Makes sense to me.
Legendary Blaze Ruda. It does have a nice ring to it, though.
Blaze Ruda.
Me and Kat came up with the name ourselves.
I love it.
Thanks. Her wings shimmer just a little bit because she's so dang happy right now.
Now, what would you like to talk about? I know you have many things to talk about, and I have interrupted you with my silly suppositions about how people can turn back to normal, even though that's currently impossible. What is broken cannot be unbroken.
You're fine. I actually don't mind it with rambling. I just kind of want to know more about you and, you know, training and stuff.
I'm
Even
Chris,
if-
and I'm a trainer. Is there anything
That-
else to know?
I guess not. I wouldn't know where to start, since really just why did you invite me in the first place? All that time ago, before all the catastrophe happened. Like, yeah, I know I'm a well-known trainer, but just curious.
I heard you had problems with electric Pokemon.
I did, but honestly, when I got to do a mock tournament with Lexi and well, me turning into this actually helped me overcome my fears, and now electric types aren't so scary anymore.
I actually wanted to throw Lexi in your direction to see what would happen, just to gain a reaction out of maybe you. Because if the trainer had fear of electricity, I wonder if that came from the Pokemon or the trainer. And maybe I could have given you some hints. Sorry, I love Pokemon so much and I ramble way too much about Pokemon.
I do too. It actually was a horrid incident I had with a Manectric, which is why I was so scared. But honestly, when I first met Lexi, I was so shaky and nervous, but Lexi's calm demeanor actually made me a lot more comfortable, and I became more comfortable around electric types, but...
Oh, Lexi's a cute little puffin that can't hurt anyone that he likes.
Yeah, it made me less scared of most electric types, just the hostile ones. And I eventually faced my fears of Manectric, and I understood the whole situation as a whole, and I might still be a little afraid of electric types, but it's nowhere as crippling as it used to be.
I'm surprised you weren't more scared of Lexi when you met him. He's a force to be reckoned when he fights.
He is a force to be reckoned with, but I knew Lexi wouldn't hurt me because they were with us and they were a friend, so I guess that made me feel a little better, even if Lexi was an electric type. If that makes sense.
That sounds exciting.
It was really exciting. Though, I'd love to actually battle Lexi one-on-one with my own team sometime.
You have yourself a promise. I will fight you with my friends.
And I'll fight you with my team of 5. That's a deal.
Team of 5?
Oh, Jesus.
That's Cleo just wanting attention.
Hi, Loki.
Cat.
Hello, Loki. Did you want to say hi?
Cat cameo.
Well, there's the official voice of Cleo, everybody.
I wonder if I could fight myself as a Pokemon now that I am a Pokemon.
I mean, you could technically participate in Pokemon battles.
Maybe.
If you want.
I don't know how I'd be as a Pokemon myself. I'd rather not
you-
fight.
If you ever want to train, you can always stop by the gym at the mall with me and Trevor. If you want to get some practice, just against a punching bag.
No, I don't think I will actually fight. What if I get tackled or something like that, or worse? I could get seismic tossed.
That's true, but a punching bag can't hit back.
It can.
I suppose so. It's your preference at the end of the day. I've actually enjoyed being a fighter. It's kind of exhilarating.
Interesting. Nothing, just considering the semantics and I suppose, morality of Pokemon battles now. How would that evolve into the future? Everyone can talk now. Everyone is basically a legitimate fighter that has to be hired to fight. It's not
That's
training anymore.
That's true, but remember, some Pokemon are just pets, so people could really just choose to live their life how they want.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm fine, maybe... I suppose I wouldn't have a Pokemon team anymore, and I'd be more of a Pokemon personal trainer if this world evolves later on.
That sounds like a really good title for you, Chris.
I think it is. I think I can train those that feel weaker and show them the ropes of how to fight properly, even though you can't do anything. I think I can make them do everything.
And it would probably help any of those who are still weary about being a Pokemon if we're stuck like this. Definitely help putting Pokemon at ease.
I know what I'll do now. This was enlightening.
I'm glad I could be of help to you.
You're welcome. He looks back at the clouds, while still like still backwards on his seat.
I think Celeste's gonna join in the cloud watching because she does enjoy it.
I'm sure Cleo's done in the bathroom by now, like way now.
You could go check on him if you think.
No, I can... He said I can just call him.
Ah, fair enough.
He presses the button from his like little machine. You hear the... Like, straight from like a direction. Like, Cleo immediately pouncing through the seats. Whoops, not Verizia, my bad. I almost brought in Verizia, my bad.
I'm coming to tackle Miles.
So like, Chris, I'm here. Oh, Chris, I'm here.
Out of character, Scott, my cat just had the zoomies right as you did that and ran past my mic.
Nice.
That made it so much more immersive.
Ah, there's my little Cloud. Cloud? It's cute.
Oh, my heart's melting out of character.
Yes. If you want, I can call you my little Cloud now that we, well... I guess first time holding hands. Looking at the clouds, thinking about you being those beautiful clouds really helps.
This is so cute. You're killing me, Scott.
Chris is thinking, yes, Chris? Do you mind well, Celeste? Sorry. We can talk later. I need to do something with Cloudy here.
Yeah, of course. I'll probably just go convene with the others. Well,
As you walk away, you'll hear Chris say, "Kitty Cloud, I want to try kissing."
Celeste has the biggest fucking smirk on her face. She's like, I can't wait to go home and see my own.
But
now kiss.
no, kiss. It's just like a like very fast, and Chris like immediately like looks back to the clouds. Like you probably hear a few cracks from like Chris holding like Cleo's hand from how difficult that was. Cleo will just have one tear in his eye as he withstands the intensity of how Chris is just mashing his hand from having to resist like pulling away or slapping Cleo or pushing Cleo over.
Fair.
But Cleo will smile while in pain, while with a mixture of emotions.
All of this is just reminding, God, I can't wait to go home and see Trevor. Because she's getting all nostalgic. Yeah.
So basically, the little happens and then...
Oh, God! I just cringed. Oh, Jesus Christ, God.
We gotta stop giving you plastic water bottles.
You think I'm not using that?
You get so much mileage out of those things.
These plastic water bottles are completely honestly.
You could use them to separate eggs, but no, you're just using them for fucking sound effects.
I mean, it works.
True. I fucking love Chris. Did I also just soft confirm Celeste is also a little neurodivergent? Yes. Her mom's neurodivergent. I do what I want.
Also, that only happened because Chris is so much higher level than Cleo is, too, so, like, the strength and his grip is insane. Chris could probably whoop someone 1v1, but...
I don't doubt that.
Not in his...
I mean...
He doesn't want to do that.
Sorry. God bless.
Clip that? Oh my goodness.
Chris is the epitome of almost a gentle giant.
Looks like a cinnamon roll. Is a cinnamon roll.
But could kill you.
Could still kill you.
Alright, As this prism is going to be landing in a few minutes, please tighten your seatbelts, pull your chair back, and enjoy the beautiful beverages and snacks, and have entertainment from Pokemon from insert name of trainer here, fighting the robots. Thank you. Ding, 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 ding.
Who is that?
These chairs have seatbelts?
MewPie says, it's automated, don't listen to it.
That's fair. I mean, I'm gonna strap in as best I can. It's kind of hard to fit into one of these seats when you're as big as me. I guess I'll just sit on my haunches. Two of them.
You should take a seat to Terry.
If I tuck my wings in... Ow, ow, ow. Nope, that does not go there.
Coffee still landed, will be going around. Hello, we have a lot of selections of coffees. Espresso coffee, shotgun coffee. Oh goodness, that will take you out in a few seconds. You would like to buy some coffee today. Would you like some coffee, Terry? Oh, sorry, you can't have coffee. You would actually maybe explode. Here, Catherine, would you like some coffee?
I'm sorry, shotgun coffee?
Don't know.
You see a coffee cup that is actually 2 coffee cups tied in with tape together. That is just 2 cups of coffee tied in with tape together to emulate the barrels of a shotgun.
Oh.
Would you like some coffee? I mean,
coffee.
would you like some coffee, madame? Yes, would you like some coffee? He's like, with his like little waiter outfit, like with a little tray, but also the tray is like wobbling out of control, you know, like no, this is the wrong example. I don't have anything that's like plastic or whatever.
Rattly.
Sure.
Like, yeah, that exactly.
I just rattled my dice container.
You know, the shotgun coffee used to be the lover's coffee, but, you know, I made it into the shotgun coffee because not a lot of people want to drink from the same cup, or not even the same cup, from separate cups. Why do I say getting burnt is part of the challenge? Would you like some coffee, Ian? I'll take a regular coffee, please. Don't hurt me. You're welcome. Would you like some coffee?
Yes, give me, Kay closes his eyes and randomly points at something. Give me whatever that is.
Oh shit, roll a d20.
We had to have a literal entertainment.
Yes.
11.
Well, you want the special, right?
I guess I do.
All right. Looks around. All right. Here, take this coffee.
Mm-hmm.
This is a baguette. Dips the baguette in the coffee. Enjoy! I call it coffee a la bread. Well, yes, this is a very good establishment. I am a waiter.
Honestly, that not a more perfect coffee could be made for Kay.
Cedric, will you like some coffee, please? Wake up, damn it! Oh, he has earplugs. Puts a little cup of coffee on the little seat edge. There.
Yeah. Yeah.
With a post-it note that says, "Wake up, idiot." Would you... Wow, I'm seeing double. Wait, no, you can't have coffee. Would you like some coffee? Redwood just grabs a random coffee and just holds it. Let me alone.
Do not give the child coffee.
Do not the child.
All right.
Not.
The coffee Salanda will go over there.
Oh, goodbye.
From outside the window.
Going to fucking.
Would you like some coffee, miss? Fresh from the outside.
Could you even hear him past the wind?
Pouring coffee into the clouds, just like
Yeah.
spraying.
Exactly. The coffee cup is on the side, and he just like lets the coffee just like pour to the side,
Yes.
and then he
please
goes under. Then suddenly, like right next to you, here's your coffee from the outside. I call
Thank
it
you.
coffee from the outdoors. Very sophisticated, mind you. This is a good establishment with good carpeting. After all, I have to be the waiter. Ah.
Celeste likes that. But also, outdoorsy coffee? Hey, more rustic. Celeste's favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Happy sipping.
You see next to Selenda just like sitting down, Miles, with a little tray. Would you like to choose your favorite coffee?
Are you muted, Aura?
Or maybe Aura's BRB?
He might be.
If I am muted.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
I
There
know,
we go.
I know, I know.
Ugh.
Would you like this coffee? I added 2 giant peppers on it.
Well, I'd say out of all the Aaron kids, I was actually the one that had spice tolerance, so sure, why not?
Oh, good. I'll add 5 more.
The hell you will, Miles says before taking the coffee.
I feel like that was a call out to the fucking mun.
Yeah. Alrighty. Would you like some coffee? Dumped inside or in your hand?
Just hand it to me.
Alright, but with your hand made out of water, I can turn your water-made hand into a water-made coffee.
A cup is fine. Just make it a metal or plastic one.
Absolutely. 1 second. Goes into the bathroom. Here, I found this cup sticking out of the wall. In the bathroom.
Looks at the cup.
The cup seems clean.
Okay.
So it's an actual cup?
Sam chooses not to question.
There's
this.
no answer to that question in any reality.
Yeah, we're just gonna move the fuck on.
Here, metal cup for Sam, the metal gorger.
Thanks.
Should I put an entire tray inside of you?
Why?
For all the thirsty passengers, maybe.
Oh. I think they'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Coffee still landed is fucking amazing. We love this dude.
You should open a branch of Coffee Still Landed in. Oh god, I'm sorry, Starubacks in there. It'll do great.
I'll take your word for it.
You never build the coffee shop anyways, because screw coffee, you want to make a bar. Probably, right?
Wait, that means you don't have coffee, Scott?
That means I don't get coffee,
I
but
mean,
that's fine.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, out of character, if I'm being honest here,
Yeah.
Sam would not be able to stop him if he wanted.
You know what? That's also a really good point.
And wait, all right.
I know my, like, 8th dimensional shenaniganry.
Would you two fine folk like a coffee? Oh, you're having something else right now. Would you like some coffee? Gives coffee, going into the cockpit. Hello, pilots. Or should I say Grand Pilots? It is I, the waiter. Would you, any of you, like some coffee? To the fog brain up there, would you like some coffee? What the hell are you gonna say to me? He tosses the coffee upward. Oh my god, it's scalding! Ah! Yep, that just happened. It's okay, Leonardo has high special defense, he'll be fine.
I just want to say, Leonardo just cannot catch a break these last few episodes.
Taylor, would you like some coffee? I think coffee will make me go too high. Give me a... Would you like some coffee, Miss Lorraine? I do like a brew now and then. Do you have dark roast from the deep forests of the Galarian woods where you get the finest grains of all of Galar? And is it processed correctly by the correct distributors that are all across the regions? And is it imported by... Listen, lady, I don't know what you even said to me. Just take this coffee from Star U-Box before I get one from McDucklet. Now that one is one you don't want to drink. Miss Stella, as always, I have your tea. Would you like a tea? I actually don't know if Hallie's here or muted.
Didn't Stella just get a tea?
Halu mentioned that they're handling medicine stuff, so
Ooh,
they might
good,
not be
gotcha.
back yet.
Okay, so if they want to interact with Mr. Salandit, we'll just say that Stella got her tea then. Just so that I can... Actually, speaking of, like, now that the ship is starting to descend, Salanda gave coffee to everyone. Almost. And apparently, Pokemon Trainer Card Game Pocket servers are chugging. So that's probably why Salanda has changed quite a bit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, before the ship landed, Laureen did move her ship away from being under it. Yes, I totally did not forget that the ship was under the big ship and completely screwing up the billion-dollar ship that Laureen owns. Do not judge me. Alright.
Alright, I was under it.
Exactly. The ship has landed, and you can all go back to the tower.
Not yet.
Oh, shoot. Sorry to hear that, Hallie. No, I wasn't on. Hold on. I'm gonna send something really quickly then.
Small housekeeping thing.
Yeah. Because, I actually have not much else.
I mean, this is pretty much a good place, if anything, considering how long it's probably going to be till our next session.
Oh, how long into the next session? Well, hold on. Because you asked, I now have to play the mandatory Baby Park music. Oops. No, not Baby Seal in the X-ray machine again. I already saw that. Now that you're asking, I have 3 conventions to attend in the span of 5 weeks. Isn't that grand? Back-to-back conventions with only a week in between to rest. I have 4 flights to make. Does that sound great to you? Sounds great to me.
It's good. Please don't hurt yourself with all these.
Yes.
I'm already damaged. You cannot damage me further. No, I'm kidding. I'll be fine. I've done this before. I'm a professional. Damn it. It's good to also end not with a cliffhanger too, and it's good to end with like a nice chill moment.
And this is like a perfect point for downtime.
Yes, you have plain downtime. Also, I got to do the thing where Chris and Cleo got to get one smooch in too. Although unfortunately Cleo will not be able to have a hand ever again, so after that bottle
Rest in
crunch.
peace, Paw.
Rest in peace, Cleo's paw. Wow. We've come to the end of today's session for quite some time. We'll be back on mid-March is when I'm projected to return properly for a session. The day will be
Wait.
more
Did you say March 1st?
mid-March.
Okay, if you said March 1st, I'm like, fuck no, we're not doing a session
No,
that day.
March 1st is when I'm doing my second flight, so...
Okay, I was about to say, fuck no, we're not doing that. I have plans for that day. And that's a Saturday.
Yes, also the other one is also... The other campaign, no, that is also on hiatus because of this. I cannot do campaigns while away in different countries and doing conventions. Although...
What do you mean you can't?
Although... We could have... Okay. Setting a date maybe now, we could have maybe a session on the 12th. Maybe.
Let's not get ahead of it.
Yeah, because I return... I'm coming back on the mid-March. Maybe I'm not too tired, because when I arrive back, when the campaign could be like on the 12th, it would still be a week away from the convention that I have to do next. It would be a downtime sort of session too, with like chill moments, because you would be in the tower and wanting to interact with the people you want to interact. Essentially. And don't worry, I am taking care of myself. Sorry, what was it?
Seems like a good plan.
Yeah. And also, you can all think about how you want to resolve your character's arcs as well.
Right.
Because currently only Celeste and Miles are like pretty much mostly rounded up, and now it's mostly just exploring character.
There's a few things that Celeste needs to have closure on, but
Sure.
not until we finish the session.
But
Mr.
like that,
Trevor.
I'm talking about like the big things are like that's why you have the circle icon, because the big thing, your destined fate did not happen.
Looks around nervously.
Yeah.
Make or break moment.
Uh-huh. All right.
We'll
Art
be
time.
fine.
Let's see. Let's go to memes. Oh my god, what is that? Last session was on the 22nd. I don't think we saw this. Okay, there you go. And now... Oh wait, I did this backwards again. Oops. 1 second. It's me having to do art first and then everything second. 22. Oh, we did that. Okay. All right. Wait, that's slow. No, it's fine. Okay. We have a few arts to share. Here we go. Well, I gotta share screen. Boop, boop. First art, well, first meme is from Stataros. K, are you ready?
Oh no.
Are you ready to meet your final form? This is your final evolution.
Let's see it.
1 second. There you go. Behold, your final evolution.
Yes!
Wait, that's actually kind of cool.
It's
Well, I have
bread
become-
K.
I have become one with the bread.
Okay, but I'm loving the Loki, the fact that
Hey.
he kind of looks like a samurai.
Oh, whoops, I didn't... look
Make
that
it happen,
correctly.
Scott.
So, what I like about this is the back hair, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I like
like-
the bread knife.
Or rather, like, it's the antenna that looks like it's thick enough to become hair.
Mm-hmm. He lost his tail, so he replaced it with bread.
Oh, right.
It's become croissant.
We're like a croissant.
Thank you,
What's up?
Stateros. Also from
Thank you.
Stateros, Trevor13. He's a purebred.
All of this from jokes from Continent of Steel. Leave me alone. We make jokes about this on Continent of Steel. I can't escape the Trevor memes.
That's amazing.
He does look very cute.
He's very cute as a little bread.
He's so cute. I'd boop his snoot.
I pat the bread Trevor. I teleported bread, says a comment here. Azuromite got 1 meme in. I don't know who's speaking here, but Sky, this is a meme that's for you.
I don't know who's speaking either. I don't know who would be speaking. I also don't know what the meme is a reference to.
Oh, this is the Kevlar, so Sam is speaking first, I guess.
Yeah, but this is like a scene from something, right? I have no idea what this is a scene from.
Yeah. So, are you wearing a Kevlar, I guess? I mean, I don't know if you want to read it out. Up
Not
to you.
really.
Okay. Are you wearing a Kevlar? What the f is going on? Oh, what the f is going on? Oh shit. Oh hey, y'all. What? My sister.
What?
Oh. Every time you say. Oh, okay. It's about the assumptions that Miles was making.
Thinking emoji.
Probably like Miles mad that you're with Celine.
I wish I knew what this is a reference to.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
I don't know what this is a
Without
reference
knowing
to
the
either.
context, it's hard to make it
It
out.
says, this is the only meme I could come up with today. I have no idea if it's correct or not, but I think it's really funny. I don't know what the context is, but thank you, Azriomite. They said they can only do 1 meme today, which is fine. Thank you for sharing the meme regardless. And here's art. Oh my goodness. There we go.
Ah,
It's the FNF mod.
Yeah. Alex, the Guardian,
very nice.
is the portrait for girlfriend for the mod. It's cute.
Very cute.
Did a very good job portraying the same expression that the character has from Friday Night Funkin'. And that will be it for tonight. Hope everyone had fun today with the chill session that is non-combat.
Oh, I fucking needed that. I really needed that today. You have no idea, Scott.
Little sad we didn't get around to Terry, but that'll come.
Yeah, oh, sorry. I did miss that.
Next session.
Next session we can talk about the Terry. Like, that's where all the heavy drops, though.
Yeah, that's where the whole team should be together.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea, honestly.
Let's see. Oh god, now my sinus is like dry again. God damn it. I need to like snort water or something.
I do have a wholesome suggestion. I see a friend of mine, Raspberry Usagi, is doing art right now.
Ah. Let me see.
That's all one word. Raspberry Usagi. They're a good egg.
Oh,
they
they're,
also have
they're
cat-
currently BRB.
We could sneak up on them.
Yeah. I need to draw. Oh, they're drawing they seem to be drawing a Delphox actually. Let's
Yes,
go.
they also have cat cam from time to time.
Aw, alright.
Who doesn't like cat tax?
Sure, let's raid. Thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you for everyone that supports me on my Star Warriors Patreon on the website indicated below. I want to give a special shout out to Roger, 8000 Power, Ira, Arzudu Nebulous, Blazer Spikes, Bryce Ricardo, Eric, your Gunny, Waffle, Sam Kent, Miles, Miles Tails Proud, Straight Tora, and Zykins.
The fuck you just called my man?
Has anyone done that joke before, Miles Tails Proud?
I have.
Oh, cool.
Oh, whoa.
Hello. Thank you
What's
for.
happening?
Hey, how's your ear feeling, Hallie?
Good.
We're just ending the stream off.
Oh, I hope you all have a good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you for joining. Enjoy the arts from Raspberry Usagi. Oh, and there I go away. Bye.